Hello friends, welcome to an episode of I Play Games and Film It, and welcome to the first birthday of IPGAFI. And I'm really actually quite proud of myself that I've made it through this first year, only because when you start something like this, you never really see how it's going to turn out. You never really see how successful it's going to be, if it's going to be successful, if you're even still interested in doing it after a certain time. And I'll be honest, the year has gone by really quickly. So what I wanted to do today was actually give some highlights of what's happened over the last year, my personal favourite moments and things about the channel, and go from there. So, without further ado, these are my favourite things and moments from IPGAFI over the last year. So to start, the first one is going to have to be my first week on GTA 5. Now, back then, I actually had a better planning mind, and I was able to do different videos that weren't just gaming videos. So I got to do kind of semi-bloggy, kind of jokey videos and stuff. And the filming the week when GTA 5 comes out was really, really good fun. I got to do it with my girlfriend, and it turned out it was a huge success as well. In terms of views, it got a lot more views than the average videos on my channel, and I just really enjoyed filming it, and I loved that I actually managed to execute the video in exactly the way that I wanted. And I'm not really one for like video directing and so on and so forth, so the fact that it came out exactly the way I wanted it to was great. So that's definitely the first highlight of the channel, definitely. Pizza's here.
Put some fucking pants on.
Another highlight was actually when I was playing Left 4 Dead, and I believe it was Left 4 Dead 2. And I was playing it online, and I had this idea of involving the general public in stuff that I was doing. If it was an online game, I could get either my subscribers or viewers or just people to play along, because I thought that would be fun. I thought it would be nice to get kind of community involvement and so on and so forth. So I thought I'd play Left 4 Dead 2 and just join random people and play. Obviously, I had a couple of guys I knew, and there was this one kid who he was just awesome, because he spoke as if he actually did live in a zombie apocalypse, and the episode was called The Young Rick Grimes, and it was just great hearing him say things like, you know, I've got to take care of myself first, I can't take care of you if I don't take care of myself, and, you know, we've all got to fight together if we want to get this. And it sounded like he was like 8, 9, or maybe 7, something like that, in that age range. And it was just spectacular, because I wasn't expecting to hear that. That was fantastic. There was actually a special mention to another episode where we were talking to a young lady in, I think it was New York, perhaps, or in America. And we had like a whole series of games going. It was back and forth. That was great, because I remember they were having a pajama party. It was her and her boyfriend having a pajama party. She was just chilling out playing Left 4 Dead, and the boyfriend had a couple of beers out and stuff. That was a good time. That was a very good time. So special mention to that as well.
You can't just think about yourself this time. I'm reloading.
That's very true.
You're gonna have to save somebody else.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Very true. Very true. My third favourite moment has got to be, by the way, these aren't in order, these aren't like top 10 or anything like that, it's just things that happened that I loved. The third favourite moment would definitely have to be my first jump scare. Now, it was an unknown game, it was an indie game, but I remember after watching all the horror games that everyone else is playing, I wanted to kind of get involved in that. And I've always loved horror anyway, I've always had this fascination with horror. So when I played it, it was Saturn 9, it was like 69p on Xbox Live Arcade, and it was very atmospheric, it was very slow, it was very kind of intense, I'd have to say, for an indie game, bear in mind, for an indie game. And I just remember the first jump scare. I didn't scream as such. I've screamed before. I'd screamed in other games after that, like Outlast and so on. But I think for that one, that was fantastic. A fantastic video, and I really enjoyed doing that. And I knew that it was going to be something I'd want to do again, which I did. I've done a lot of horror games since then. So yay, good for that one. Fucking Jesus Christ. Another highlight, actually, I had was the playing Don't Starve. I don't know why I actually found myself so drawn to playing that game. I didn't even play that many episodes, but I think it was around that time when I played it that things started to really happen with the channel. I felt there was a kind of a big influx towards what I was doing. People were actually chatting, talking about the episodes. Someone actually said, like, no, this is how you do a Let's Play, and I was really happy to hear that, to be honest. That felt really good. So that comment alone kind of spurred me on. I think that was actually it. I think that was the comment said, this is how you do a Let's Play, and that comment just kind of really pushed me forward, and it was from the Don't Starve series that I played. I had a great time playing that game. It was so much fun, and it was the first time I think I got really confident in the production and how I presented the whole Let's Plays and so on. So that was when I think maybe my character really started to kick off and kind of take heed and so on. I loved that. I really enjoyed that series. I'm going to take this nest I'm gonna steal it from her and then run like a madman. Stop! Go! Run! Run! Another highlight would have to be when I played Spartacus Legends. Now I know this is cheating a little bit because this is actually from my older channel, my personal channel, which I now use for, you know, well, if you go and check it out, you'll see. But I use it for that now, and I know it's cheating, but actually the Spartacus Legends video, Parry Master, the original one, it's got, I don't even know how many, like 1,800 views or something, just randomly managed to get that many views. I don't know how or what I did. I think it was called, because I said Parry Master, I think people were going there expecting it to be something and it wasn't. But actually that was also that was the naming of the channel. I hadn't actually had a name for the channel, and it just happened, and that's when it actually comes out. And you'll hear me right at the beginning of that video actually say, "Welcome to I Play Games," and film it. And that's it. And that was the name of the channel. That's literally how it kicked off. So that the Spartacus Legends Parry Master video had to be a highlight, definitely, because just how unpredictably it just skyrocketed with popularity. But I mean, it didn't draw, I have to be modest, like, it didn't draw the attention to the whole channel as a whole. It's just that one video. But it was still a great thing for me, still a great thing. I still look to hopefully get that through again. One day. Hello again. Hello, welcome to another episode of I Play Games and Film It. Alright. Another highlight for me has been doing I actually miss doing these, and I don't know why I'm not doing them again, because I feel like I should. But everything around the non-Let's Play type videos. So there were three types. There was the Free Thought Fridays. I remember I did once a week. I would do like a discussion thing. I remember I talked about the NSA, I think, at one point. I talked about being a waiter. I talked about all sorts, love and romance, things like that. I remember talking about those things, and it was kind of a once a week thing. There was also Dan Talks, where that was more responsive, so that would be a response video to something that had gone on. So for example, I'd recently done one for the 10 hours walking alone in New York for the lady, so I did a response video for that, and I still enjoy doing those, but I found that was great because I love to discuss things. I love to have debates about stuff. I love to kind of either be the devil's advocate or at least to learn something. I'd love to learn what other people think about stuff, not so that I can argue or prove anyone right. If anything, I like being proven wrong to an extent, because it makes me feel like I'm developing, like I'm actually learning. If I don't get proven wrong, or if I don't feel like another perspective is offered to me that I can kind of consume and appreciate, then I don't feel like I'm developing in any way. So that's why I always did that. I really wanted to encourage and nourish discussion and thought and things like that. And also there was the it wasn't Ask Me Anything. What was it called? Oh, I can't remember. It was Words of Wisdom. Yes, I did a Words of Wisdom series. Again, once a week. The whole idea was that you could literally ask anything. I had a subreddit, I had a Facebook page and everything, and the subreddit, yeah, you just ask me anything, and I would have to answer pretty much all of the questions that were asked, and I didn't have to be right. It wasn't about being right. It was just about my explanation of it, and that was it. And I really enjoyed that. The problem is it didn't take off well enough, and I found that it was really difficult. Either I get like 30 questions one week and then none the next week, and I also managed it very poorly. That's something else that I would like to do again, but it was great fun doing that because, yeah, it was just another way that I could engage with people, maybe build a little stronger community. Also, again, special mention that at this time there was a site called theneeds.com. That's a social media site that I was using, and they were really good. That was a fantastic viewership I had there, but sadly they changed the site. They changed the fucking site, and I lost all of them. I'm so upset about that. I lost all of them. And what annoyed me even more is that none of them actually subscribed, which I did ask them to do. But I lost them, and my viewership dropped, and I was really sad about that because they were actually really engaging. They were a very good bunch over there. So yeah, I do miss doing the discussion posts, definitely. But they were highlights still, nonetheless. There was another highlight would actually have to be playing Dark Souls 2, because that's the first time I'd ever actually played, honestly, the first time I played a game of that nature that was deliberately that challenging. And that was a promise I'd made to the guys at the Needs. I asked them what I should play, and I think it was it was like Dark Souls 2. There was another couple of games, but they said Dark Souls 2, play that. So that's why I played it. And oh man, I've never known a series or any game actually to drive me so mental. The great thing about that, and one of the highlights within that game, was that I didn't find the Emerald Herald until I think the 9th episode, and I've been playing through as level 1 for like, oh god, it was something like not 40 hours. No, maybe it was. I played between episodes, but about 40 hours I'd accumulated, and I hadn't leveled up once because I didn't know how to. So I had all these souls. I wasted a shitload of souls, but I had all these souls, and I was buying all this stuff, and I didn't realize that you could level up. But I found it so incredibly infuriating that I nearly gave up on the series. And I looked online. I actually remember my fellow Let's Players, Porco Grosso, I was following them because I actually followed their playthrough, and I was asking, like, how the fuck did you get here? And they didn't realize that I hadn't met the Emerald Herald, so they were telling me, like, well, you know, you do this and you do that, and this is what you should do here and do that. And I was like, yeah, I'm doing that, but it's not fucking working. It's ridiculously difficult. Like, I remember saying, I wish I could, like, level up or get a new weapon or something like that. And then they told me, and I wanted to punch myself in the face like 2,000 times. Also, there was a great moment in there where I'm in the middle of despair, and my bum decides to make a little toot noise, which was quite funny. So the Dark Souls 2 is definitely a highlight without a shadow of a doubt, and that's led me on to playing Lords of the Fallen now, and I don't think I'd be playing that now if I hadn't played Dark Souls 2, and it is a fantastic game again, so I'm really enjoying that. Okay, no, I'm ending the episode. It's gonna happen. I'm ending it. I'm about to explode. I'm about to explode in a fit of rage, and I'm about to... Oh my god. Oh, I want to flip this table so bad. If I was stronger in this table, Wade. Another highlight was, just very quickly actually, one highlight was seeing Butter's special move in South Park. That was insane. I remember, oh god, and yeah, when you go into Canada, the moment you go into Canada as well, there were a lot of moments in that. But no, when you go into Canada, I remember that. I think that was quite a special moment actually. Yeah, I remember getting really excited about that. But no, but seeing Butter's special and going to Canada, yeah, those moments. Wow, that's like a real basic screen right there. I feel like I'm playing Dungeon Keeper or something in Canada. Oh, sweet Jesus Christ! This is the best thing ever! Oh God, I am actually about to explode.
You're not from around here,
oh my God, I am going to explode.
The wolves can rip your anus apart in mere seconds. Welcome to the show.
Oh, sweet. Oh God, this is so good. This is so good. Also, finally, I say one of the highlights is actually getting one of my friends to do the channel art. Now, my channel art, my banner was really, honestly, it was quite shit. It was very poorly done. I don't like Photoshop either. I'm really bad at Photoshop, and you probably noticed that from my thumbnails at the moment. But that works for me. That works for me just fine, so I'm going to stick with that. But I can't use Photoshop, so I had to use what little bit of creativity I had in my system to actually create a banner. And so I was left with this really rubbish, horrible, awful banner. It was just terrible. And then I asked a friend of mine to help me out and do the banner for me. And he came up with this, I told him what I wanted, and he designed it. And it's fucking cool, man. It's fantastic. Also, the logo was done by a friend of mine, All-Star, who I actually did some Minecraft videos with, and also played Dead Rising 2 with. He was a guy who started his channel around the same time as I did. And we played together, and he designed that logo, both of them actually, the one I used before and the one I use now. It's not a business at all. This is definitely a hobby. It's not a business. And so to have this thing, you know, it was like my baby. It was like my little toy, and I loved it. And yeah, that was fantastic as well. So yeah. Those are the highlights of the last year, and I've got another year ahead of me, and hopefully many, many more. Hopefully I'll keep continuing to do this. But guys, thank you for everyone who subscribed to me this year. Thanks to all the people who've been watching. Thanks to all the people who've been commenting, bad and good. Thank you to everyone who's watched the video, and yeah, I guess I'll see you guys tomorrow, and the next day, and the next day. I'm going to keep on going, keep on trucking, y'all. Thank you, and subscribe, comment, click the thumb button, share with a friend if you like, and I will see you all in another episode of I Play Games and Film It. Happy birthday to me and IPGAFI. You take care, everyone. Bye-bye.